But today we're going to talk about putting this balloon arch together. I get a lot of questions on my Facebook, my Instagram, my TikTok. Hey, how do you put your stands together? So I'm going to show you how I'm putting my stands together. Hey Georgia, I think it's Georgia and user 0801. I can't read the number, but hello, hello, hello. Desirable, hello, hello. Thanks for joining. But I'm gonna bring you guys closer, and then I'm gonna show you how I build my stand. This event is going to be outside, so I wanted my base to be wide. Whenever you're doing an event outside, make sure you use some sort of wide base. Mine is 2 feet by 2 feet. So that's the square size that I'm using, because you need that width and length to withstand the wind. This is going to be outside tomorrow. It's going to be on the football field because it's for a soccer game. It's for a soccer banquet at Sequoia High School. So I'm going to be putting the mock up. I always like to stage it the night before to make sure I have enough balloons, everything looks right, and the design is the way I want it to be. So I'm going to bring you guys in closer, but I'm just going to be honest with you. I don't remember the names of all the pieces that I brought, because I've had this stand for, I don't know, quite a few years now, 3 years now. So I don't remember, but I will show you up close so you can see it. And that way you guys can snap it and then go to hardware store and buy it if it's something you're interested in building as well. How are y'all doing? Thanks for joining me. But I'm going to bring you guys closer. And excuse me, we're going to move you guys in closer. I have you on my tripod. So that's my base, if you can see it. And I think you guys can. Let's bend you down. Okay, this is my base, right? I'll bring it closer to you guys so you guys can see it. Now, I've painted it black. You guys don't have to paint it black. But this is wood, solid wood. Right? It's not pressed board or anything. It is wood. Okay. Like I said, I don't remember the exact type of wood. It is heavy. It has weight to it. It's not something that's thin. You need something that has a little weight to it. I got this, and this is a 3/4 inch size. I'm not sure if you can see how it looks. And it's a 3/4 size. I'm not sure exactly what the name of this is. But this is what I have screwed down to the center. And how I found the center is I made a big X on this board. And then wherever the X crossed that is where the center is. And a little bit, if I can bring it in closer, you can actually see the center right here of the X. But once I made the center, I made an X. This was the center. I put this in and I screwed it down in there. Okay. Make sure you don't get screws that's longer than the thickness of your wood, because you don't want your screws to come through the back. Like if you see my back, there's no screws coming through the back, right? I got a smooth back. You don't want to take that to somebody's establishment and tear up their floors. Hi, Axel. You don't want to tear, what's that? I can't read the name very well, but thank you for joining. You don't want to make sure your screws are not coming through, because you don't want to scrape somebody's floor, right? You don't want to damage their stuff. So make sure you get screws that don't come through the back, right? So you get your wood, you make sure your screws won't come through the back when you screw it down. But this is my wood. It's pretty heavy. It's sturdy. I can't remember what it was. I got maybe plywood. I'm not sure, but I think it was. And this was like a larger size, and I got them to cut it down to 2 feet by 2 feet. So, and then I colored it, and then I attached this to it. Okay, so I'm gonna show it to you again. And this 3/4. This is the 3/4 size. Now I'm gonna show you what I do to put on to build up my base. I don't remember what this is called, but this is 8 inches, and it fits into this 3/4. See? And it just screws in. You keep going until it gets tight, and it's in there. Okay? So that's how I build my base. Okay? This is 8 inches in height and length, however you want to call it. And it fits into this 3/4. Okay? And the reason why I have this metal at the bottom, because it is sturdy. Especially when you have wind and you're going to have this outside. You want to make sure you have something very sturdy that will secure your balloons to your stand. This is very secure. It's going to stay attached to the stand. So this is what I use. Now, once I attach this on, right, you screw it in real tight. and you attach it on. I then put this metal bar, which I'm going to show you. This metal bar, I then put down in this. See? Now it looks like that. See? It looks like that. Now this bar is hollow, but it's metal. And I'm not sure how much it was and exactly what it's called. But if you ask the guys to show you, like you can take a picture of this right now so you can see what it looks like. And you can, you know, tell the guys what it is at the hardware store, whichever one you shop at. And I got this cut. This is like 4 feet. Okay. I got this cut to like 4 feet. And the reason being because I want stability. See how this won't bend. It's not going anywhere. Right? And then I put my PVC pipe on top of it. I know my PVC pipe is not going to go anywhere. It's not going to go anywhere. With this metal, it's not going to go anywhere. So just want to show you it's hollow. Now I have the solid ones, but I don't need to use the solid ones, but I do have them. So if you want to get the solid ones, you can. But I just use this. I put it right into that 3/4, this piece right here. And that's how I build my base. Now, the next step to building my base is I actually take, I guess they're considered PVC pipes. They're the gray ones. And I got the one with the 2 nipples on the top. And I'll explain to you why. This right here is 5 feet. Okay, this is 10 feet. I got them to cut it in half. It's 5 feet, right? What I do is I take this pipe and I slide it down over this metal pipe. So I'll put that back down. See that? I'm sliding it down over the metal. Now, mind you, I got the nipple part on the top. Pay attention to that. The nipple part, which is the open side on this gray part. Okay? Remember, these gray ones have this little nipple. I call it a nipple. It's a wider opening. It's made so you can attach another gray one to it really tight without using tape. I use tape on everything. I don't never just assume it's going to fit in. So I use tape on everything. Hey, how you doing? Thanks everybody for joining. Tap the screen, like, share, follow. That will help me out greatly. But this is what I use. I keep this at the top, and I'm going to show you why. Now, I have one on the other side, and I'm going to show you that. Now, before we get there, I'm going to show you guys. You see how this moves? Right? I don't want that to move. So what I do is I take duct tape and I tape it down. Okay? That's how I secure it. I get duct tape and I put a boatload of duct tape up here. I don't skimp on the duct tape. A lot of duct tape. And I put on the angle. Right? Angle going from every which direction. I don't fit straight across. The tape goes down on an angle. Okay, so I tape it around, tape it around, tape it around on an angle. Tape it up on an angle. And I put a lot of tape here. That being because this is heavy, right? The pole is on it. You got this metal piece. This wood alone is heavy. So when I go to reach in and pick it up, I want it to be able to pick it up. I want that tape to withhold all this weight and be able to pick this end piece up and place it where I need it to go, right? So you guys make sure if you're gonna use this style of frame, if you're gonna make your own base for your arches, and this is the outdoor one because this is the big one, right? This is the 2 feet by 2 feet base. It has weight to it. So when you attach something to it, you got to make sure you secure it very well. So make sure you put a lot of duct tape. Don't skimp on the duct tape. Put a lot of duct tape. Hello, everybody, for joining. Hello, hello. This is my base. This is my outdoor base for my arch. Okay, so this is the gray PVC with the nipple on the top. See? The wider piece on the top. So I tape up the bottom. Now this is, I had just did a job. I don't know if you guys follow me on TikTok. I hope you guys do. But I posted some pictures of the red, white, silver, and black columns and arch that I did for Cherokee High School last week, 2 weeks ago. And this is like some of the tape that I took off. That's what I said. When I tell you I tape it up well. And I tape it there. And then you're going to see that I tape it up there as well. Everything is connected. I'm not doing it tonight because I'm just putting it together, doing a mock setup, and then I'm going to take it back apart and store it, transport myself. But we're going to get back to the arch stand. So we've attached the gold piece, the metal piece at the bottom by twisting it on. Oh, one thing I got to tell you. These treads on this thing is very sharp. Okay. Hi, Patricia. Thanks for joining. Very sharp. Okay. So when you purchase this, it has a plastic bag around it, right? And when you take it off and when you go to twist something, do not grab this and twist it. I did that and I had lines of skin, blood coming out. Okay. These are very sharp. See the treads? They're sharp. Okay. So if you don't hear nothing else I tell you, do not, when you go to screw these down, twist them in, use this part, the smooth part, to grip, to twist it on. Do not do this. Do not do this. If you do, you will cut yourself. These are sharp. Okay. And that's another reason why we cover it with tape as well. We don't want no sharp edges around our balloons, right? Sharpness in balloons don't go. Right? So remember, okay, when you twist this in, like this is why I get the 8, this is the 8-inch. Okay? 8-inch. Because I like to have a good grip to twist it. Because I had the smaller ones and I kept grabbing it. My hand kept touching, some part kept touching this, and I kept hurting myself. So don't do that. Big and Juicy, how you doing? Don't do that. Okay? So make sure you're very careful when it goes to twisting this down into the base. Now I'm going to turn you around so you can actually see me put the other one together. The other base is right here. And we're going to put this together. So you'll see me twist this on. I'm going to put my metal piece on. And then I'm going to put my gray PVC piece with the wider open end to the top. Okay? Give it a good twist. Good twist. Make sure it's tight. Then you take your metal piece. Remember, I told you I got these cut to 4 feet. Now, you can get them cut as high and as low as you want it. I felt like 4 feet would give my PVC pipe, at least the base, very good stability. So that's what I did. Okay, so I stick this down in here. Then I take my 5-foot gray PVC pipe, and the reason why I said I use the gray is because the gray one is the one that has this wider end. Okay, it has this wider end, and I was telling you guys, hey Monique, what are you making? I'm making a balloon arch and some columns. So this wide end right here is what my other white PVC pipe is going to fit into. I'll show you guys why I'm using this. Okay, because I want the connection really, really tight. Okay, so you see that? Also, if you wanted to use, this is made like this because you can take another gray PVC pipe and stick it down in here, give it a good twist, and it should hold really well. I don't bank on that. I've seen people do it. I got to tape it down. That's just me. I got to tape it down, but you do what you want to do. I'm going to tape my stuff down, but I'm going to put this on right here. And that's how that goes. Now, to make the arch piece, you can come so I can. I gotta give my grandson a little huggy kissy before he go to bed. Yeah. Let me get my huggy kissy. Oh, okay. And I love you. Give me a kiss. Okay. Night night. See you tomorrow. Okay, now back to us. This is This was 10 feet. It's a 3/4. The white plastic, but it's more bendable. It's the very tall one that they have at Home Depot and Lowe's. It's 3/4, right? And I'm not sure. I think this is water runs through this, or they put wires in it. I'm not sure. Don't start me to lying. But that's it there. So I'm looking for a name. It has some wording up there, but I couldn't tell you. But I can show you. Matter of fact, I don't know if I can show you. Hold on. Let me see if I can show it to you, so you guys can see what I'm talking about. Can y'all see that? Can y'all see that? I hope you guys can see that. I'm not sure. It may be backwards. But this is what this is. I'm not sure what it's called. But this is what I use to make my arch piece to go over the top of my arch. Okay? And then I stick that open part of the gray. I stick this on one end. And then I stick it over the other. So that's what I'm going to do now. Okay, let me bring you guys back so you can see the full thing here. I have you guys on my tripod so I can keep you stable. But that's how it looks. Now, all I did was stick the end right in there where that open area was for that wider gray end. I stuck it right in there, and I did it on both sides. So what I do at this point is I tape all of that up. Okay, I tape all of that up with a whole bunch of duct tape, and I tape it on an angle. Okay, so when I tape it, I'm taping the tape down on an angle, taping the tape down on an angle, so this won't pop up. Okay, because when we transport this, we grab here. Remember, we tape the bottom, right? We tape the bottom real good. We tape the top real good where the connection is, right? When we grab here and we pick it up to move it to the location we need to move it to, everything is going to hold still. But did you see how pretty and high that is? I'm 5'9". I'm 5'9", and you see how much, look, see how much space that is? All the way around. This is a great arch for people to walk through. I've used this same size for several events at the high schools. 4 people can fit in there. 2 is great for walkthroughs. That's why I'm making it for the Sequoia Soccer event tomorrow night. So this is the base. This is the base. That's how I use my base. I use that 2 foot by 2 foot right there, heavy plywood. I then attach it. I then tape all the pieces together. Then I put in the gray PVC pipe with that open end. And then I brought that white, I guess it's another, it's not PVC, but it's another white flexible plastic pole. That's 10 feet. And I just stuck it in, and then I went down on the other side. Okay, I went down right here on the other side. Same thing. And when you have your stand, now once you tape that area up really good, where the PVC pipe meets that silver piece, and then you go up the pole and you tape really good where you put that white pole in to the gray pole, you got a solid base. You got a solid base. Now what I do before I tape it, I actually have either 15 pound weights with the hole in it, the round ones, and I actually slide it down on it too. Okay, that's extra weight because remember, we're putting this outside. So we want to make sure that it has weight on it where the wind won't topple it over. People are paying you the money they're paying you so you can give them what they want outside. They don't want to have to, have to worry about chasing their arch across the field. Okay, so when you make sure you make something for outside, you make it where it can stand the outside. Now, you can also, if you want to get rope, tie the rope, and then get the spikes in the ground, and you can put that, if you know it's going to be extremely windy, you can also do that as well. I don't think that's necessary for me, because I've done this enough that I know I have extra weights. So I put the ones 20 pound weight in the center, and then I have like 10-pound weights that I put on the diagonal corners of this 2 foot by 2 foot wood piece here. Okay, so I make sure I get there and I get a feel for it, and I see how windy it is, and if I feel like I need to put more weight, I have extra weight that I can put on the base. Okay, so just remember, if you're going to do something outside, you got to make sure that you have it where it won't topple over. Okay, and having that wide base and those weights for your wide base will just about guarantee that it won't topple over. Now, if you're having a thunderstorm, you know, you're having a hurricane, oh well, then, you know, you don't need to be out there in the first place. But, you know, that's no here, no there. But I'm going to tell you, all bets are off at that point. Okay, but so far, I've done a very windy event, which was the car show. And I came on live with you guys, and I showed you that, I think it was not last weekend, the weekend before, at Cherokee High School, where I made the big 12 to 14 foot tall columns. And I had to put extra weight on those because the wind was whipping them back and forth. Once we put the extra weight in the center and then put the extra weight on the ends, they were fine. The column swayed, but the base didn't move. Okay, so just remember that. If you're going to be outside, use your wider base and make sure you have weights. All right, let's start building this.